Welcome to Pocono Raceway, located in the heart of the beautiful Pocono Mountains, for today's Pennsylvania 500 on MRN. What can we look for on this unusual track, Barney?
The corners here at Pocono can be absolutely brutal, and gear selection is crucial for those long straightaways. The drivers that'll do the best are the ones that can set their turns up correctly and slingshot out of them for that extra boost.
Start your engines.
The field rolls off of pit road, going into turn 1 here at the Pocono Raceway for our second stop at Pocono for the 2000s Cup Series season. The Pennsylvania 500. First time we came here for the 2000 season, Dale Jarrett took the victory. It was a class act from Jarrett, dominated most of the race and managed to come out on top, leading the most laps, but today he's going to start from the 12th position, while Dale Earnhardt and Sterling Marlin complete the front row. A lot of heavy hitters towards the back of the field today, Mark Martin especially being in P36. Not a great qualifying effort from the Roush Racing crew of the number 6. But Johnny Benson, Dale Earnhardt Jr. starting up towards the front inside the top 10 as the field paces around into the tunnel turn. A lot of stories going into today's race. Mainly the Rookie of the Year points battle that's going on between Dale Earnhardt Jr., of course, like we mentioned, Matt Kenseth, and Dustin Lewis Jr. 3 drivers all within about 100 points of each other. Coming into today, this race could swing the race into one of their favors. Right now, Earnhardt would be leading them on track and in points if they finished where they are now. Dustin would be second, Matt Kenseth would be third. As we get a glance at some of the cameras we'll be looking at through the drivers' perspectives today, Earnhardt, of course, starting on pole. Johnny Benson starting in the 3rd position in that all-white number 10. Dale Earnhardt Jr., of course, getting his best qualifying result of the season, starting in the 8th position. As the pace car makes his way onto pit road, the field's going to get ready to go. Green flag here from the Pocono Raceway. Waiting for the flag, man. There it is. Green flag is out. We are racing in the Pennsylvania 500. Field fans out as they go down into turn 1. Everyone trying to find a spot in line and get into a rhythm early so they don't have to worry about getting in one later. Sterling Marlin got a great start, great jump on Dale Earnhardt. He'll assume the lead. Tony Stewart will follow in right behind Earnhardt. Rusty Wallace will follow in behind him. And then a little bit further back, Johnny Benson and Ricky Rudd battle for the 5th position. Well, with them, that's Bobby Labonte. Bobby Labonte being second in points right now, right behind Jeff Burton, who qualified inside the top 10, currently fighting to stay in the top 10. A little bit further back from the top 10 positions, a little bit further back, top 15, it's 2 by 2. Jimmy Spencer leading that top group. Going to go down into the corner to go to the bottom, get in front of Ken Schrader. That's Joe Nemechek and Schrader battle for that position. Robert Presley, Michael Waltrip, Elliott Sadler are part of that group. Dustin Lewis just in front of Jimmy Spencer, chasing them down. We got one car on pit road. That's Mike Skinner. Skinner might be having engine troubles already in this one as they're going to pop the hood open on the 31 machine. So the field's racing around. He's going to go one lap down, I would imagine. He's not moving off of pit road. Yep, he is going to go one lap down, unfortunately. Dale Jarrett making his way past Johnny Benson. Benson sliding backwards on this start as we complete lap number 2. Field zipping by the front straightaway. As we have a 3-wide situation here, the rookies, look at this. Well, it was going to be 3 wide. The 53 backed out of it, thought a little bit better of that move. But Dale Earnhardt Jr., Matt Kenseth, and Dustin Lewis, 3 Rookie of the Year contenders, all within a second of one another. Earnhardt Jr. qualified in the 8th position. Kenseth and Dustin were right there together. And now Kenseth is going to go to the inside along with Dustin, and they're going to try to fight back against the 8 car. To the inside, make it 3 wide into turn 3. Oh, the 53 tried to make it stick on the bottom. He got right on there on the curb, and that's where he liked to be in the first Pocono race. Still side by side with Earnhardt. Still has a little bit of the nose there. He's going to get some drafting help from the 17. Into the corner. Still side by side with the 8 car, the 53. He's got a clearing coming off of 1 here. If he's wanting to stay with the 17, he's got to clear him off of 1. He does. Pass complete. Meanwhile, up at the front, Sterling Marlin still leads ahead of Dale Earnhardt. Tony Stewart goes to the inside of Rusty Wallace. Those two squabbling over the 3rd position. Ricky Rudd makes his way into the 5th position ahead of Bobby Labonte. Tony Stewart will clear Rusty as they head off of turn 3. Set his sights on Dale Earnhardt and the number 3 GM Goodrich Chevrolet. Oh, but Rusty wants to fight back. He goes to the inside yet again, trying to fight back against the 20 car. Can he get there? No. Yes, he can. Barely got the nose up under the 20 car, and that's going to be a position for him. Meanwhile, look at Mark Martin. Qualified in the 36th position, has fought his way inside the top 25. And currently trying to get more. Right behind the 4 car, Bobby Hamilton, the inside of John Andretti. Mark Martin trying to slice his way through the field, get some positions back, get a good points day out of this. Got some help from Kenny Wallace. Is he going to make the move? He does make the move. To the inside in turn 3 goes the 6 car. Well, that's 3 wide. I don't know if that's going to work. John Andretti might have the run off the top. Oh, they drew about even there, the 4 and the 43. The 6 car, the biggest loser in that situation. He's got to tuck back in line as we now start lap number 6. Rolling through turn 1. 6 car's going to get another shot at the 4 here if he can make a move down the back straightaway. The first of 2 back straightaways here at Pocono. And now a battle between the 3 and the 20. But that squabbling has let the 2 car by. The 2 car got by the both of them just off screen while we're watching Mark Martin battle his way through the field. And now Rusty Wallace sets his sights on Sterling Marlin as we look through the Dale Earnhardt cam. The engine's turning every bit of 9,000 RPMs as they go into turn 1, right around 195 to 200 miles an hour depending on the gearing of the car. And down one of the 2 back straightaways. Tony Stewart in line with the 3 car for the moment. Meanwhile, he has the 2 Robert Yates Fords, a Ricky Rudd and Dale Jarrett behind him. But look at this, Rudd to the inside. A little bit further behind them, we got Jeff Gordon. He gets by Ward Burton. He's going to start extending that gap a little bit to try and catch the guys in front of him. Jeff Gordon not having the most remarkable 2000 season, winless so far, trying to get his first win, looking in 7th place. Meanwhile, Steve Park goes to the inside of Ward Burton. Don't know if he can make the move stick there. Meanwhile, the points leader, the 99 of Jeff Burton, hanging on to the top 10 position there. He's going to try and take a peek under the 1 car as we go down the back straightaway. Is he going to make the move? Meanwhile, Terry Labonte makes the move on Johnny Benson. That's behind them. Meanwhile, Kenseth's right there waiting in the wings. Labonte couldn't make that move stick. The 10 car gets the advantage, but the 17 car, Matt Kenseth, has a great run on the outside of the tunnel turn. 8 laps complete. The 17 continuing that forward momentum. Gets by Terry Labonte, now falls in line with the 10. Behind him, the 53 leads that pack. They roll off into turn 1 yet again. Down to 155 miles an hour at the apex of turn 1. From 200 miles an hour. Got to scrub off a lot of speed, got to be on the brake. Might even see some guys shifting down to third for this a little bit extra rotation. Jeff Burton to the inside of Steve Park for that. That's for position as they go into turn 3. They'll be side by side as they head onto the straightaway. 9 laps complete of 50. Nine couldn't make the move stick on the inside. He had to fall right back in line. Here comes the 17 of Kenseth. That's for another position. Goes to the inside of Johnny Benson. He's got the momentum on his side, but the 10 car might have a little bit of help from the 5 car. Nope, the 17's got him clear. 17 of Matt Kenseth straight up past the 10 car. And look at this, the 5 car is trying to come with him. Side by side as they go through the tunnel turn. 10 car with the momentum. Keeps him clear. Head up back to the front, riding along with Rusty Wallace. Rusty Wallace doing everything he can to sit up under the 40 car's rear spoiler. Trying his best to get that car just a little bit upset so he has a look up the inside to pass him. And he might get his chance because the 31 of Mike Skinner, a lap car, is coming up soon. If it holds up the 40, the 2 car's going to have to pounce. And the rest of the field is fighting over positions, some of them single file. We're going to take this opportunity to take a commercial break here from MRN. Stay with us. From the Pennsylvania 500, hear a word from our sponsors. Welcome back to Pocono Raceway for the Pennsylvania 500 here on MRN. When we cut away, the 40 in the 2 car were catching up to the 31 of Mike Skinner. And they have managed to get by him with very little trouble. They didn't shake up the running order at all, but the other cars behind them have not had the same luck. They have really shuffled everything out, and that has put Dale Jarrett, Tony Stewart, and Ricky Rudd up inside the top 10, or excuse me, the top 5, but that has shuffled Dale Earnhardt out of the top 5, now running in the 7th position as we come around to complete lap 14. So far, the 40 has went unchallenged at the front. No one has been able to touch him. He's led every single lap since the drop of the green flag. As we look on the 3 and the 20 car being the biggest losers of that lap traffic of Mike Skinner, losing their positions inside the top 5, as Bobby Labonte now takes over the 5th position. Oh, but the 18 did not get a good entry into turn 1. That's going to bring his Joe Gibbs teammate to his inside down the back straightaway. But the 20 car's got no help. That is not going to be very good for him down the back straightaway, and it wasn't. He couldn't hang with him. She rolled through the tunnel turn. Look a little further back. Here's one of our Rookie of the Year contenders, Dustin Lewis, following the rear end of Johnny Benson, and his Rookie of the Year competition, Matt Kenseth. So far, Dustin has really improved since his first Pocono race here just a couple weeks ago, and he did a really good job entering turn 3. Got right on the back bumper of the 10 car, and he's going to have a run down the front stretch. A little bit of drafting help with the 10 car in front of him. The 10 car comes up to block him. He goes to the inside. Oh, but can he get the run off the corner to get by the 10 car? Will Nemechek come up to force the issue? He's going to get into him just a little bit. Might be a little bit of contact there, but he does clear him. And here comes Nemechek to the inside of Johnny Benson, trying to challenge for that position. And now 2 rookies will fight over that position, the 17 and the 53. This is fighting over just outside the top 10. This is P11 and P12. And just behind them, these guys are not done fighting over positions. Jimmy Spencer goes around the outside of the 5 car, and the 33 goes to the inside of the 10 car. So we look back towards the front. Now we got a little bit of separation with those 3rd and 4th and 5th place cars. Dale Jarrett breaks away from his teammate Ricky Rudd, who breaks away from Bobby Labonte. Bobby Labonte trying to recapture the points lead after losing it to Jeff Burton. Burton a little bit more consistent than the 18. The 99 of Jeff Burton so far this season, of the 18 races we have raced, he's finished inside the top 10 17 times. A heck of a season building for the 99 car. Makes sense why he's the points leader. The 18, on the other hand, Bobby Labonte, he's only had 15 top 10 finishes. Goes to show that consistency matters in a points format like the Winston Cup format. Rusty Wallace hauls it off of turn 2. A little bit further behind the 40 than what he was when we came out from commercial break. But this is where the 2 car seems to thrive, is on corner entry. You see, you get a little close to the 40 car. The 40 car is going to arc the corner a little bit better. We draw even as we come off the corner. And watch Rusty here in that number 2 Ford. Gets right up to him. He's almost on his back bumper. But this is where the 40 car thrives, is on these long straightaways. They got the gearing just right in that Team Savco number 40. Lap 18 complete. A little bit further back, talking about how these cars are squabbling for positions. Right now, Joe Nemechek and Jimmy Spencer and Matt Kenseth are fighting over that position. Meanwhile, the 10 and the 5, Johnny Benson and Terry Labonte, fight over that position. And with all this squabbling, that's going to bring Robert Presley and Bill Elliott into the mix. They might throw their hat into the ring and try to make some ground up on the leaders. Ooh, Spencer had a good run off of turn 2, but it's not going to help him out through the tunnel turn, I don't think. Or will it? Oh, he clears him. Clears Joe Nemechek on the outside. Meanwhile, Johnny Benson, goodness gracious, he's on the outside line. He's going to lose a lot of positions if he doesn't find a way to get some momentum off that top line. And behind this pack, we have Dale Earnhardt Jr. fighting Mark Martin. Mark Martin, remember, not qualifying really well. P36 was where he started, and right now he's trying to get inside the top 20. And he's got the momentum to do it. Rolls the inside as can Earnhardt get that run off the top? I think he's going to. Yes, he is. He will have the run off the top and clear the 6th car. The 6th car, Mark Martin, will have to fall back in line and retry that move again. Just in front of them, 2 rookies. Matt Kenseth, Dustin Lewis fighting over that position. Again, P11, P12 for the both of them. Robert Presley getting by Dale Earnhardt Jr. now trying to fight off the 10 car. Trying to get to his inside as they come off the corner. 20 laps complete here at Pocono Raceway. All of them led by Sterling Marlin. '53 is trying everything in his power to extend that gap to the 17 and start closing out on the top 10. His first trip here ended in smoke, blew an engine, going down the back straightaway, ended their day early. Hoping this time they brought a little bit better of a package, and right now it's proving it. And just up ahead, coming off of turn number 3, we have a battle between the teammates, but it's not for position. What in the world is Mike Skinner doing, fighting his teammate who is currently in the 7th position, while Mike Skinner is a lap down? If I'm Richard Childress, I'm screaming at the 31 to get off of your teammate. He's got to run down 6th all the way through 1st. Give him a chance to do so. And Earnhardt's probably telling Richard the same thing. The 3 car is going to have enough momentum off the corner to clear the 31, but goodness me, he lost a lot of time. 2.5 seconds off of the 6th place car, which is now getting contested by the teammates. Look at the teammate on teammate action here. Joe Gibbs' teammates now fighting over that position of P5. 20 car didn't have enough momentum off the top, can't quite make the move stick. Teammates just fighting over one another. Rolling through turn 1 yet again. And the gap between 2nd and 3rd is extending. It's slowly extending, but it is extending. The 40 and the 2 car just aren't battling like they need to be in order for the field to catch them. Now they might have a chance because they are catching lap traffic. The lap traffic being the 60 of Jeff Bodine and the 27 of Jeff Fuller. They are catching them slowly, but they are catching them. The question is, if they do catch them, can they get around them efficiently where they don't have to be held up? Two car rolled turn 1 really nice there. He's going to have a little bit of help down the back straightaway. Just up in front of them, they can see him out of their front windshield. That's the 60 of Jeff Bodine and the 27 of Jeff Fuller. And it kind of give you an idea just how quickly they have made up time on these guys. And it's probably because of that right there. Fuller tried to go to the inside of the 60 car. There's the 60 and the 27. There's the 40 and the 2. They'll catch them here in the next couple laps and put them a lap down. That's just what fighting over positions will get you. That's going to kill momentum, kill your time, and next thing you know, you're going to be sliding backwards. As next time around will be the halfway mark. And if the 40 still has the lead when he crosses the line to complete lap 26, he will have officially led the most laps of the race, securing another 5 bonus points. Remember, you get 5 bonus points for leading a lap and then another 5 bonus points for leading the most laps. Already peeking to the inside of the 60 car. We said we said they'd catch him. They caught him. They make easy work of Jeff Bodine. Bodine didn't want to contest him, but the 27 is blocking him. He held his line on the inside. He said, "You got to go around me," and so does the 40. He's going to go to the inside with the 2 car. But will Rusty seek the opportunity, try and make it 3 wide to try and get by the 40? Kind of does a little half look up the inside. Not going to work. Something we're also having to keep an eye on right now. It is lap 26. The pit window is around lap 27 to lap 31. We could be seeing cars make their way onto pit road this lap onwards. Question is, when do you pit? Do you short pit hoping there's a yellow, cycle out as the leader, or do you run it long? See what the 40 and the 2 car here do. They're not peeling off. They're going to stay on the racing line. They're going to complete lap 26. Meanwhile, we might have some pit road action here. Some cars are getting out of the way. And there we go. Pit road is open and it's going to get busy. The 99, the points leader, goes down pit road. And he's got a few cars joining him. Some more cars peeling down pit road right behind him. Looks to be Junior, Elliott, Presley coming down pit road with the 99. They'll be your first cars to take tires and fuel here on pit road. Might see some more cars make their way down pit road as you see the 24 of Jeff Gordon, a 31 of Mike Skinner side by side. They're side by side because the 3 and the 22 are coming down pit road. They peel off the racing surface and they're going to come down pit road as well. Pit road speed 50 miles per hour here at Pocono as the 18 now makes his way down pit road. And we got trouble! Out of turn 3, Steve Park into the wall. May have had some issues getting onto pit road, but we got more trouble. Rookie of the Year contender Matt Kenseth smoking on turn 3. Oh no, what has happened? Yellow flag out on the speedway. First yellow of the day. Ken Schrader got a piece of that damage. What has happened? We're going to try and get a replay for everyone to get an idea on what exactly took place to bring this yellow out. We got it ready. Here we go. As the cars make their way onto pit road, the people were committed. Pace car is out on the racetrack. Here's the replay of the incident. If we can get that pulled up. Here we go. This is between the 1 and the 50. Oh, the 1 car was coming down pit road and the 53 didn't know it. He got woed up, but the 1 car checked up again and that just put him on the 53's nose and the 53 just tapped him. The damage doesn't look too severe on either car. I think they'll be okay. There might be some little cosmetic damage here and there, but I don't think it's going to affect their race too much. But here's the 17. Oh, the motor just let go. Going into the tunnel turn, the motor just blew up. But where does Ken Schrader come into this? There he is, coming out of the tunnel turn. Surely not. Oh, yep. Yep, that's what I thought. 17. Slow on the bottom of the racetrack, and whoa, 55 and 7. Good job getting it woed up there, but the 36 just clips the 17. They both rear into the wall. And that is going to bring out the first yellow flag of the day. Now, if you are one of the guys that short pitted, this is a blessing. You are now going to be on fresh rubber and not all the way full up of fuel, but enough to get you to the end of the race. You're going to cycle out as the leaders, because here is the leaders coming down pit road. Sterling Marlin, Rusty Wallace, Dale Jarrett, Tony Stewart, Ricky Rudd, Jeff Gordon, Dustin Lewis, all coming down pit road to get their service done. If you're Bobby Labonte, Dale Earnhardt, and Ward Burton, you guys have lucked out on that yellow. Jack's drop. Here comes the 2 car. The 40 will win the race off pit road. Wallace in second. Jarrett, Rudd, Stewart, your top 5. Ooh, Gordon almost got Stewart there. Dustin Lewis in 7th. Bobby Hamilton, John Andretti, Wally Dallenbach, Dave Blaney, Sadler, Mast, LePage, Bodine, and Little. Waltrip, Mayfield, Kenny Wallace, Stacy Compton, Scott Pruitt, Kyle Petty, Darrell Waltrip, and Dan Pardis, filling in for injured Kenny Irwin Jr., who, announced earlier this week, will be making his return in Indianapolis next week. Rounding out your pit road. So while it may look like there's a lot more cars in front of the 18, the 3, the 22, and the 40, that's because those cars are on the tail end of the lead lap, because the 40 pitted. That has put the 18 up into the pole position, but 36 on forward, these cars are on the tail end of the lead lap, and they are not going to get waved around the pace car. They will not line up at the very tail end of the field. So these cars will have to restart in front of the leaders. Not a great place to be when a yellow comes out in the middle of green flag pit stops, as we're going to have a few more cars come down pit road. Looks like Jeff Bodine, Jeff Fuller, and Mike Skinner will be the ones pitting this time. They are the ones 1 lap down currently, so this pit road is open to them this time, as the gaps will now close up with those cars on pit road. And unfortunately for the 17 of Matt Kenseth, he is taking it behind the wall. The Roush Racing number 17 is done. Meanwhile, the field is going to get reshuffled here. From MRN, we're going to be right back after a message from our sponsors. Stay with us. The Pennsylvania 500 will be right back after these messages. Welcome back to Pocono Raceway in the Pennsylvania 500 here on MRN. Lead lap cars, lap down cars lining up side by side. We only have 3 that are currently 1 lap down. Jeff Bodine, Jeff Fuller, and Mike Skinner. The 99 is not your leader. He is on the tail end of the lead lap. If you wanted to find where your leader was, you're going to be looking for a green car, a very familiar green car this season. That is Bobby Labonte, the number 18 Interstate Batteries Pontiac, a Joe Gibbs Racing. He cycled out as the leader. Him, Dale Earnhardt, and Ward Burton pitted under green flag conditions, and because the leaders did not come down pit road under those conditions, they had to pit under yellow flag conditions. That cycled those 3 cars into the first, second, and third positions. Sterling Marlin, who has led every lap of this race until that yellow flag period, will line up in the 4th spot, with Rusty Wallace completing the top 5. Pace car will now make the sharp left turn onto pit road. We're getting ready to go back green flag racing. The 99 waiting for the green flag, and it's in his hand, and we are Racing once again here in Pocono. And already the field fanning out, trying to get up as much ground as possible. Ooh, 77, what a move there. Almost a dive low, went back in the zone. He's real slow in the middle of the corner. And we got trouble! Big wreck going into turn 1, and Dale Jarrett, the defending race winner, is in the wreck. And smoke billowing out of that 88 Ford Quality Parts number 88 Ford. Yellow flag yet again. Bobby Hamilton involved. Ken Schrader involved. Goodness gracious. Yeah, that engine for the 88 is toast. We're going to go and get the rewind. Hopefully figure out what exactly brought what happened to cause that wreck to happen. I've got my theories though. Might want to look at that 77 of Robert Presley. Really slow on entry, and oh no. Oh, and the 20 car got a piece of it as well. Robert Presley slow on entry into turn 1, sideswiped the 3 of Dale Earnhardt, and that launched him into the path of the 88 car. That is not at all what you want to see happen in front of you. I mean, he was just riding along with Earnhardt here. Just the 77 just wasn't going anywhere. Nowhere in a hurry. And that has jumped quite a few cars. Well, back under yellow flag conditions, the second yellow flag of the day. I would not imagine any cars coming down pit road. We had just finished up the other yellow flag. No real point in coming down pit road at this point. We have enough fuel to make it to the end. The tires weren't even up to temperature yet. And I don't think anyone is going to come up, and none of the leaders are. There's your top 3. Bobby Labonte, Sterling Marlin, Dale Earnhardt. And on that yellow flag condition, a few cars did go 1 lap down. The ones that were on the tail end of the lead lap. But with no one pitting, I think we're going to take this opportunity to do one more commercial break. We're only going to have a couple laps to go here from Pocono when we go back green. So we'll take this opportunity just to step away, get our bearings one more time. Stay with us on MRN from the Pennsylvania 500. Here's a word from our sponsors. When you come back, it'll be green flag once more. Welcome back to Pocono Raceway here on MRN, the Pennsylvania 500. We are fixing to go back to green flag racing with only 12 laps to go in this one. 4 cars will line up on the inside, 1 lap down. That is the 27, the 5, the 25, and the 36. Those cars scored 1 lap down, the rest of them on the lead lap. Bobby Labonte, your race leader, is going to take the green flag as soon as the pace car takes the sharp left turn onto pit road, which he should do here in just a couple of seconds. And there he goes. Bobby Labonte will be waiting for the green flag from the flag man. He's waiting for it, and there it is. Green flag is back out once more here from Pocono. .39 up, and already the 40 peels out of line, goes the inside for Bobby Labonte, trying to take over the lead. 12 laps is all they have, so it's move it or lose it here. This car is still trying to find their way side by side, 3 wide, all over the place. Side by side, still for the lead as they go through the tunnel turn. 40 car with a heck of a run coming out of the tunnel turn. He'll clear the 18, and that's going to put him back up into the lead. rolling through turn 3. Dale Earnhardt now trying to find his way past the 18. 11 laps to go. As the rest of the field trying to figure out where they want to go and what position they want. Ward Burton and Rusty Wallace will fight over the 4th position. Sterling Marlin and Team Sabco have yet to win here in the 2000 season. A win here at Pocono would be monumental. They had great speed at New Hampshire last weekend, but came up just short due to a late race caution. Now could be the day of redemption. Off of corner number 3 for 10 laps to go. 41 of 50 here. And that gap between the 18 and the 40 is getting bigger, just a little by little. Earnhardt trying to get some momentum back, trying to get some heat into those tires. And look in the back, the 53 just pancaked the wall. That damage might have hurt him a little bit. He did get a piece of damage from that earlier caution, the most recent caution. That damage might be hurting him, as him and Jeff Gordon are now going to battle. So the rest of the field flies by through the tunnel turn. And look at this. Someone is on a mission. Teammate of Dale Jarrett, Ricky Rudd, trying to claw his way into the top 5. If you remember, 2 races ago, was in a position to win at Daytona and got that win robbed from him by the 53. Had pace at New Hampshire, came up short there. Now trying to slice his way past Ward Burton and get inside the top 5 and maybe even chase down the 40. I didn't have the momentum. Now he might. What a move to the inside, side by side with Ward Burton. Oh, and he's going to clear him with ease. Up into 5th. Give it to Ricky Rudd. "43 laps complete." Excuse me, 42 laps complete. And right now, Bobby Labonte's trying to chase down that man, Sterling Marlin. These two, the only 2 cars that have led any laps all day long. Can the 18 get to him? Oh, they both had really good lines to the tunnel turn. Meanwhile, further back, 3 wide, still fighting over positions. Johnny Benson trying to claw some positions back from those 2 yellow flag incidents. Steve Park as well. Mark Martin leading that little group. Pandemonium here in the middle of the pack as 43 laps are now in the books. Two lap cars separating 6th and 7th. Ward Burton in 6th. Dustin Lewis Jr. currently in the 7th position, trying to get to the inside of Jerry Nadeau. He almost clipped him. That's going to bring the 24 into the mix. Now they're going to fight over the 7th spot. And don't look too far behind them. There's John Andretti. Oh, look at this, a little bump draft. Little bump draft down the back straightaway as they go into the tunnel to run this contact. Hard racing between a veteran and a rookie. Jeff Gordon trying to stay ahead of the 53. That 53 is not going to let him get away too easy. Look at the run the 53 gets. He's downshifting in the 3rd going through that corner, and that just gives him so much momentum down the front straightaway. Sneak a peek into the 1st turn. He doesn't do it now. Going to set up that run. Meanwhile, back up and inside the top 5, Ricky Rudd. trying to go for fourth. To the inside he goes on Rusty Wallace going into the tunnel turn. If he has the momentum, he can clear him before they get to turn 3. He doesn't have it yet. Oh, but he will now. He's got the inside line. He'll clear the 2 going off of turn number 3. Put Ricky Rudd up to 4th as we now cross 5 laps to go. There's your top 5. Sterling Marlin, Bobby Labonte, Dale Earnhardt, Ricky Rudd, Rusty Wallace. All separated by just over 2 seconds. Meanwhile, everybody else is clamoring for any position they can get. Following Johnny Benson, qualified 3rd, shuffled back through the pack due to pit stops and 2 yellow flags. Currently trying to get by Elliott Sadler, side by side with a 21 as they head through the tunnel turn. Chad Little and Jeremy Mayfield fighting over position. Michael Waltrip right behind them. Blaney behind them. Look at the move the 1 car is putting on the 31. The 31, remember, is a few laps down. 4 to go as that 40 crosses the start-finish line. Down the front straightaway, the 31 goes to the inside. 1 car to the outside, 6 car under the 55 of Kenny Wallace. I put Junior in a real bad spot behind the 55. He's going to have no room to go anywhere. Meanwhile, Ricky Rudd trying to fight over the 3 car. Down the second back straightaway, Earnhardt still fighting in 3rd. Meanwhile, Ricky Rudd is going to do everything he can to get by him. 4 to go previously. 3 to go this time by. Down the front straightaway, Ricky Rudd with a head of steam trying to pass the 3 car. 2 icons of NASCAR going at it for the 3rd position. Meanwhile, the 40 car of Sterling Marlin could not ask for a better day of racing. The gap has extended more from the 18 and the 40, but the 28 is trying his hardest to close that gap just a little bit more. But I'm afraid the time is quickly running out. Rolling through turn 3. Ricky Rudd trying to get as much momentum as he can. 2 to go. Next time by will be the white flag. Can Ricky Rudd make some momentum up? Can he make the time up? He's going to get right on the back bumper of the 18 as they head down the back straightaway. Can he make the move and go for a 2nd place? He's got the momentum right on his back bumper. To the inside, he goes to the tunnel turn. Side by side, 28-18. Can he clear him coming off the corner? It looks like he will. He's still hanging on the bottom. He's got it. Ricky Rudd to 2nd place. But right now, it's all 1 car. Sterling Marlin off of corner number 3 sees the white flag in hand. 1 lap of racing to go. Sterling Marlin, Team Sabco. Marlin not had a great year in 2000. The momentum shifted at New Hampshire. Qualified well, ran up front. Late race yellows put him out. On top of that, his teammate Kenny Irwin Jr. out of the car at New Hampshire, out of the car today. But today is so much different. Sterling Marlin, Team Sabco, asking for just a decent result. They've led nearly every lap today, dominated, led the most laps, off of corner number 3. Roll out the red carpet for Sterling Marlin as he will take the checkered flag and his first win of 2000 and Team Sabco's first win in the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. What a win for the 40 car. What a win for that team.
You had yourself quite a little race out there, kid. Don't forget to mention the sponsors in Victory Lane, and mention me too.
A heck of a job by Sterling Marlin to come out on top, and a valiant effort by Ricky Rudd to charge his way up into second position, overtaking Bobby Labonte, Dale Earnhardt, Rusty Wallace. And a heck of a run for a lot of the drivers inside the top 10 as our race results get pulled up here. Dustin Lewis, Jeff Gordon, John Andretti, Jeff Burton, Jeremy Mayfield, Chad Little. Top 12 there. Very recognizable names. Mark Martin making up to P13. Great run for Mark Martin from starting in the 36th position. Meanwhile, a couple cars not doing so hot. Matt Kenseth finishing out in the last position, 22 laps down. Unfortunate for the Rookie of the Year standings there, but it's time to celebrate with the man that has dominated today, that being the 40 Coors Light Chevrolet for Team Sabco, Sterling Marlin. A heck of a job by that team, by that organization. Burn it down, Sterling. It's all for you, buddy.